Namaskaram, Mahodaya.
Namaskara. बुध्यते स्वेन भेदेन व्यक्तस्ते तद्गता लक्ष्यते स्थूलमतिरात्मा च अवस्थितोऽर्कवत्. अत्र अस्मिन् अस्य श्लोकस्य विषये काचित् चर्चा अभवत् गतसप्ताहे. So there were a few explanations, right? We talked about Svena Bhedena. So one way is to differentiate that Atma is not the same as the Shariram, similar to Arka, and Arka means Surya, तथा तस्य प्रतिबिम्बः तदेव नास्ति, तस्मिन् एकत्वं नास्ति, भेदः अस्ति इति. The other way was that Atma is in every Shariram as a upadhi or an ashraya, and then all of them are the same. Right? There's a similar. So Mukund Mahodaya was asking some query how to understand this, how to practice. Mukund Mahodaya, did you
Yes, Mahodaya.
have any additional things you want to share, either your experience or doubts or opinions or abhipraya?
Yeah, when I asked question, I had two things was not clear. Number one, I did not quite understood exact explanation, which was clarified later on. And I also had in mind that how can I actually understand from my heart those things? And it looks like I did some research, and most of the people are saying just meditate.
Meditate.
Yeah, just meditate.
Yeah, meditate. But just note that again, for everybody can have their own experience and theory. So just my note here is that these are like different abhipraya. In the sense, when we get into a deeper analysis of what is Atma, Paramatma, then their tattvas, and what exactly is the Vishwa, etc. Then because these are all more, not what is the word, not conceptual. These are more apratyaksha, right? We can't directly experience them. Whereas the general principle of, if you ask someone or anybody, not body, but any, so general principle is what is ahimsa, what is satya, what is sadachara. Those are easy, right, to understand. Like one should not lie. Satyam na bruyat, satyameva bruyat, satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, ahimsa. Okay, ahimsa should not be done, and sadachara, nitya karma anusthana, etc. And dana, etc. Right? Dana, brahmacharya, yama, niyama. So these are easy to understand and practice also, because these are more generic in the sense we can experience or experience them directly and understand them, the progress also. Whereas the more philosophical things, so this is the thing, like these general or generic things like sadachara, dana, satya, etc., those, all the mata, or what in English they call probably religion, which is not exactly the word for mata, right? Mata is like opinion, to, if you literally translate it. So there are different matas in our darshanika or sanatana dharma, right? Darshanikas are there, many darshanikas, Jaimini, etc. The Shad-darshanas are there, and then there are also, after that, based on these Shad-darshanas, many matas also came into vogue, or they were promulgated, truly. So, so these, all of them, whether they are Nastika mata, Astika mata, all of them, most of them, why I'm saying most of them, some of the Nastik matas even that they refute the very existence or the purpose of existence, and they, for that purpose, for that reason, they refute the need for even sadachara and all this papa, punya, and dana, etc. Right? For example, even within this our Bharata Desha itself, there is one called Nastika. What is that? Charvaka Mata. Opinion. Mata is an opinion. Charvaka Mata, that was a Nastika Mata, so Avaidika, Nastika. So they only say that Runam Tattva Ghritam Pibet. So who knows what exists tomorrow, right? Whether there is, who has seen the God and all this universe, so we don't know. And whether there is another birth or not, Punarjanma, Bhavati Vana iti, Kopi ne janati. So, Asmin Kale, Asmin Janmani eva, Kim Kuryat, Runam Krutva Gatam Pibet. So you take, you take this, you borrow money and then enjoy your life. Gratam Pibet means drink. Literal meaning is drink Gratam or ghee. Ghee means enjoy. So nobody knows that. Borrow money. Don't worry about repaying it. Because nobody knows. You die with a loan. Who cares? After whether the next janma or not, who cares? Is that a papa karma? Having loan and dying without repaying, papa karma? Well, who cares? A papa. Nobody knows. So don't worry about it. So that kind of dharmas or the matas also exist, but within the Astika mata itself, or Sanatana dharmasya Astika matani santi yatha, Shad-darshanas are also there. After that also many matacharyas, they came into, they had their own matas, right? What is the nature of Atma, what is the nature of Paramatma, Jivatma, whether there is a Paramatma or whether there is a Jivatma, and what is their nature, and Jada and Chetana, Stavara, Jangama, and there is all this Gunatraya, etc., etc. So all of them, they generally say, yeah, you should do bhakti, you should do dana, you should do good deeds, right? Ahimsa, etc., etc. So for that, everybody, there is no difference. All of them the same, including the Jaina Mata, which is a Avaidika, right? Veda, Bodha and Jaina, etc. The Vedas are not their base for them. So they go in a different their base is different. So even everything is same. Everybody says ahimsa, etc., etc. No difference. But when it comes to these more philosophical things, what is the nature of Atma, etc., etc. So everybody has a different. That's where they differ. Somebody says Atma is minute. Somebody says Atma is the same gatra as the body of wherever it lives. Somebody says Atma is everywhere throughout the universe. Somebody says there is only Atma. Somebody says there is Paramatma and Atma. Somebody says only Paramatma. Somebody says there is a Punarjanma. Somebody says there is no Punarjanma. So this is where there is the confusion arises, in the sense for Sthula Mativi. I'm not referring to this Sthula Mativi. I'm generally saying for Pamara Mativi. For the general people like us, it gets very confusing. And why is there so much difference of opinion when all of them are based on Vedas only? They all say that, yeah, Veda is our Mula. But if everybody is saying, oh, Veda is the Mula, then, not only Veda, everybody is based on their Bhagavad Gita also. So what is that? Why is so many opinions, so many interpretations? But that's what it is. There is, whereas if you compare to these Abrahamic religions, as Christianity and Islamism, so they have one set rule. There is no different interpretation. One thing. So certain kind of whatever the rituals or whatever they say, it's only one. There's no different. So it's very easy to follow that. There's no confusion. If you want to believe it, and then do it. That's done, right? Whereas in our Sanatana Dharma, which is now called Hindu Dharma, there is all these opinions or the interpretations there, because the very, very fundamental nature of our this Sanatana Dharma is totally different, right? It's not based on set of rules. Right? It's based on how the individual, what one wants to seek, the nature. So it all depends on individuals' shraddha, individuals' the passion or urgency. I don't call urgency, but the passion to seek, how, in what direction and what depth they want to seek the truth. That means, what is this universe? Who created the universe? Why does it exist? And what is the ultimate goal of this existence, etc. So these kind of philosophical questions, they are left to one's own path of exploration. So that's why there are so many different interpretations of the same composition. Okay? So it all depends. So basically one needs to study, at least have some understanding of all the different interpretations, and understand to themselves what they are convinced of, what they think, one thinks that is more palatable, right? What is more digestible, more logical for them, rather than just listening to some acharya or anybody. I'm not saying this acharya is good, this acharya is bad, this acharya is great. So for everybody, their acharya is great only. So, but so nonetheless, whatever it is, you'll have to one is to thoroughly examine it, what makes sense to them, and then start exploring, start the journey on that path. So it's not that one interpretation is the ultimate. it's a journey. So you'll have to study this comparative study, you can say. Start with that and find out what makes sense rather than blindly believing in any interpretation. Okay, not some, any, literally any interpretation. Yeah, meditation, the physical thing is good. Steps to start, that yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana. So from that angle, start there, and then start at least to get the high level idea of different this abhipraya or interpretation or mata within our Sanatana Dharma and darshanas. And from there, you start figuring out like who is saying what, right? Or why they are saying that, and then what makes sense to you. It will take some time, a few years, to get onto a path, with conviction on your own path.
And I think everyone has to experience their own experience. Each one's experience is different.
Yep.
Mahoday, thank you very much. This is very, very helpful. I don't want to take much of the time outside of this studying. Just one quick question. Is there any indication what mata is used to explain this, tell this Uddhava Gita?
What? Sorry, what matra?
What mata means? You mentioned Shad Darshan. Among Shad Darshan, is there any influence here in Uddhava Gita? Which darshan is used?
Which darshana you mean?
Yeah, darshan means there are Shad Darshana, right?
Yes.
Out of those Shad Darshana, which one is used here?
So generally, if you see, here Krishna has referred many times, not only in Uddhava Gita and even in Bhagavad Gita also. He has mentioned many times. He has quoted Sankhya Yoga. He has not, I don't think he has said any darshana word as such, but Sankhya Yoga he has mentioned even in Uddhava Gita also before. If you look if you read through the previous shlokas, the Sankhya Yoga is mentioned many times, and also in Bhagavad Gita also mentioned. So Sankhya Yoga he has referred. So we can assume that it is Sankhya Darshana of who was Sankhya Darshana Praneta?
Kapil Muni.
Kapila Muni. And then, however, note that the Sankhya Yoga, what he is referring, also, if you remember in many of the Bhagavad Gita verses, shlokas, it says Sankhya Yoga, he has mentioned, he has said that the Jnaninaha, the Jnani means these people, so they generally see they don't see the difference between Sankhya Yoga. What he means is, they don't differentiate between Sankhya Yoga and Jnana Yoga. So, and even Bhakti Yoga. So he is saying that they are all puraka to each other, means complementary to each other. So, but in detail he has explained the 21, 22, whatever the tattvas in Bhagavad Gita also, right? So which is foundation of Sankhya Yoga. So he's putting emphasis on Sankhya, the tattvas which are detailed in that Sankhya Darshana. That is important. Whereas if you consider Karmamaya, this one, Karma Yoga, which is the subject of Puramimasa. Right? Puramimasa is also there, which he talks about Karma Yoga. Karma is important there than the Bhakti or Jnana Yoga. So karma is also, because karmanyavadikaste, karma kuru, so everywhere he advises. So that he is also talking about Jaimini's Puramimasa. But then Jnana Yoga. Jnana sarvam karma akilam partha jnane parisamapyate. Ultimately everything concludes in Jnana. That's what he declares finally. Jnana. So Jnana, you can say that is the basis for Uttaramimasa, right? Which is based mainly on the Upanishads and Brahmana. So mainly Upanishads and this Gita, etc. Now, Gita comes after that, but this Vedas, part of that is Upanishads, which talk about Jnana. So it's a combination. So there in Bhagavad Gita makes it clear. So they are all complementary to each other, and one should not think that one is talking totally different, one is going tangential. This karma has nothing to do with jnana has nothing to do with this Sankhya. So it's a combination, but Sankhya he mentions many times because he wants to highlight, especially in Bhagavad Gita, all those tattvas forming this universe and Srishti. Very explicitly they're mentioned there.
धन्यवाद महोदय.
Mahodaya,
Mm.
the very nature of our being is we have to do some or other karma. So doing the karma in proper way, we go with the upasana to bhakti and jnana. Is it correct?
Sorry, I didn't understand the first questions. Did anybody understand it? Yeah, can repeat, please.
We are in body.
Ah.
Though there is Atma, we are in body. We get perception from outside first. And being in body, we have to do some or other karma that is necessary. And only when we know what is good and what is bad karma, then we slowly go to bhakti and jnana. Is it correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Does anyone else want to add?
So we have to do our, that's what Krishna says, we have to do our karma as an offering to Bhagavan, like without thinking about its the phala, the results. So we have to keep doing it, every action as an offering to Krishna. I don't know. And that leads to jnana.
So, yeah, I mean, there was one shloka, right? Arjuna is asking, yes, yeah, you are talking about all this. One should do bhakti and all that, but all this vishayas, they always distract mind and our sadhana, right? Vishaya, what was the shloka there? Harante prasabham manah. So by forcibly they distract one's mind. Then he is saying that yes, well, the first thing is that yes, it is impossible to not to do. So it is impossible not to do karma in this body. One must do a karma. Even the ahimsa, okay, I'm not going to touch anything, I'm not going to eat anything. Not eat anything is not possible to even survive. So to survive, one has to eat. To survive, one has to breathe. So all these are karma also. And ahimsa, what ahimsa? So if you breathe, if you eat, something will be killed. So it's impossible. Prashnan, what is that? Your Jagran, Ashnan, Shunvan, Sofan. So all that, he is saying that one must do this. And the second thing is, yes, one on the path, on the journey to realization of truth or tattvam, is that, yeah, if one is a beginner, he is saying that abhyasa yogena tato mamechaptam dhananjaya abhyase prasamarthosi matkarama paramo bhava. So abhyasa means Arjuna is talking. Arjuna is saying that it's very difficult. You are saying all this to control brahmacharya, all this, do that, yama niyama, etc. So it's very difficult how to do that. Then he is saying the abhyasa means practice. Practice makes you perfect. That's a line, right? So one has to just practice. What is the other way to do? Practice it. Abhyase prasamarthosi. Even if you are incapable of doing the abhyasa practice, matkarma paramo bhava. Just to do this karma which are matkarma, means related to me. Related to means which I like. I like means what? Like which are good karmas, as far as possible, right? Good karma means, again he is saying swadharma, right? We have all this the stories about that vyadha katha asti. So the swadharma nidhanam shreya paradharmo bhayava. One has to do their dharma, their own nature, natural vritti. So that is their dharma. So matkarma paramava. So if one is good in their swadharma, that is what is likeable by Paramatma. Matkarma paramava. So even if that is not possible, what it says? Kartum adyogamashrata sarva karma phalatyagam tathakuru yatatnaman. So what he's saying is, you should do, one is practice to do that, all that vrata niyamadi, etc. Right? Otherwise, if that is difficult, then do this, the karmas which are advised by me, recommended by me. By me means Paramatma Priyatamiti. Then the other one is, if that is also difficult, then do whatever you want, but at the end say Krishna Arpanam. Mat karma param adartha karmani mat tyaktum kad sarva karma phalatyagam tathakuru yadatmavan. While you are trying, so the worst case is just to do sarva karma phalatyagam, sarva krishnarpanam, do whatever and start saying at least krishnarpanam. Okay, you might be at this point unable or not control your mind, do whatever you want, read whatever you want, see whatever you want, but at least start by saying that, oh, this I am saying Krishna Arpanam, whatever is offering to him, even if it is a bad karma. Start there. That is start, beginning. But as you start doing this, one will progress further, okay, from this to next level, doing, abandoning the bad karmas and doing the good karmas. Then good karmas to only that yama niyamadi, etc. So better ones. Then progress further. Then try to understand nature of all this universe, etc. Yeah. So he has given some guidelines there in Bhagavad Gita. Astu. Yeah, but it is important to know that the nature of our granthas and our shastras, they are not prescriptive. They are giving you the guidelines, and then the very nature of all our shastras as well as Vedas, including other than Vedas, including Bhagavad Gita, etc., they are mysterious in nature, purposely. They don't say very clearly what is good, what is what is the nature, good, bad, okay, that papa punya, that is fine, but what is the nature of the universe, what is the nature of the God, what is the nature of Atma? They don't reveal it very clearly, and purposely they chadayanti, means they cover them. That's why they are called chandas, chadayanti. They don't reveal it clearly, they don't openly say, yeah, this is how God looks with 4 hands, 2 hands, whatever. Or this is how the God is, this is what Atma is, this is how many Atmas are there, this is what the Tattvas are there. So they don't explicitly or very clearly mention it. Purposely they cover it. So it's up to one, because they want people to know it by themselves, do some effort, not some, lot of effort, many janmas effort to understand it and to have their own experience along the journey to understand the tattvam. इति कपोतः कश्चनारण्ये कृतनीडो वनस्पतौ कपोत्या भार्यया सार्धम् उवाच कतिचित् समाः. Did we do this last time?
No.
No? Okay. Last one we did, I think, right? Santapa.
No,
Huh?
we did not do this.
Not this one. We did the last one. Previous one. कपोतः कश्चनारण्ये कृतनीडः वनस्पतौ कपोत्या भार्यया सार्धम् उवास कतिचित् समाः. सुलभः अस्ति अत्र किमस्ति? कपोतः कश्चन कपोतः अरण्ये कृतनीडः अथवा कश्चन अरण्ये अपि इति भवति. कश्चन इत्युक्ते कस्मिंश्चित् अरण्ये कृतनीडः
नीडं कृत्वा
what is नीड? नेस्ट् तस्य
वासस्थलं
भक्षण वासस्थानमिति निर्माणं कुर्वन्ति इति. कृतनीडः नीडं कृत्वा कपोतः कश्चन कपोतः अरण्ये वासं करोति स्म. वनस्पतौ, वनस्पतौ सप्तमी विभक्ति अस्ति. वनस्पतिः तस्य सप्तमी वनस्पतौ वृक्षः. नीड नेस्ट
meshing.
What is it? I don't understand.
Nest,
nest. Yatra वृक्षे निवासं कुर्वन्ति पक्षिणः, right? पक्षी.
Nest.
गृहं निर्माणित्वा गृहं निर्माणित्वा
They do like a basket.
Basket. They weave it.
Mother, I'm a little bit weaker in grammar. Krita Nida became Krita Nido. What is the reason?
Huh? Kritanida? Sorry, last one I didn't hear. Kritanida?
Yeah. Krita Nida became Krita Nido in this verse. What is the reason of
There is Sandhya asti. Kritanidah iti padam asti. Because there is a va iti vakara asti kila. So, if you look at the Visarga Sandhi rules, right? After the Visarga, if there is a, what is the rule? Anybody remember? In this O Bhavati?
Nasi pare.
Ashipare. Ashvarna. Ash means mrudu vyanjanani. Right? Mainly. Mukund Mother. Ashvarna, if you look at the Mrudu Vyanjana. Mrudu Vyanjana means the third, fourth, fifth letters of each Vargiya Vyanjana. Then there is a Yara Lava Hasha. No, not Sha. Yara Lava Ha.
okay, got it.
Those are Mrudu Vyanjana. So if the Mrudu Vyanjana follows this Visarga, then this Visarga becomes O.
Okay, got it, Mother. I'll check.
Krutanidaha, Nidam Tattva. Krutanida itself is a very special Samasta Padam. Samasa asti. नीडकृत इति नास्ति कृतनीडः यथा कृतकृत्यः कृतकृत्यः भवति कृतकृत्यः what is कृतकृत्य means one who's कृतकृत्य means one who has accomplished what he desired. कृतकृत्य तथैव कृतनीड नीडं कृत्वा वनस्पतौ वनस्पतिः इत्युक्ते वृक्षः. So anybody has access to Amarakosha now? Or no? Right now.
Amarakosha. Yes, there is access. We have.
If you have access, please look up Vanaspati in Amarakosha and read it. What does it say? Should I wait or should I continue? Is anybody looking up Amarakosha or next week? Next week, homework.
Vanaspati.
Vanaspati.
Monier apte.
Vanaspati.
So Vanaspati Shabdam Padam Pashyantu Tatra Amarakoshe. So अस्मिन् विषये अधिकां चर्चाम् अग्रिमसप्ताहे कुर्मः. What is actually Vanaspati? Vanaspati is not just like any vriksha.
Tal vriksha mahoday. Tal vriksha.
Not Tal vriksha. Just please look up and then we'll talk about it next week. So Vanaspatau vrikshe. So let's right now understand the vriksha. Vrikshe kapotya bharya kapotya sardham vasa katichit samaha. कपोत्या भार्यया कपोत्या इति कपोति इति पदस्य तृतीयान्तं पदमस्ति राइट कपोत्या कपोति नदी नद्या कपोति कपोत्या भार्यया तस्य कपोतस्य भार्या आसीत् कपोति स्त्री कपोति इति तस्य स्त्री भार्या सार्धम् इत्युक्ते तस्य सह तया सह भार्यया सह उवास पदं किं भवति
वसति
लकारः कः
वास
लकार लट् लकार लुट् लकार लङ् लकार वट् लकार वास
लिट् महोदय
लिट् so was dhatu, right? Was dhatu. Was lit lakara kim bhavati? So the first letter becomes doubled. It doubles, right? Like babhuva. ददर्श बभूव तथा अत्र ववास इति भवेत् वकार इति वस् धातुः अस्ति ववास इति भवेत् but that vakara when it is becoming this doubling it becomes uvas uvas vakarasya u bhavati uvas uvas means lang lakare avasat iti avasat bhutakale सार्थम उवासत भार्यया सार्थम वासम अकरोत् कतिचित् समाः कतिचित् कतिचित् समाः वर्षाः कतिचित् समाः अनेके अनेके वर्षाः तत्र उवास वृक्षे आनन्देन निवसति स्म अग्रे किं भवति कपोतौ स्नेहगुणितहृदयौ गृहधर्मिणौ दृष्टिं दृष्ट्याङ्गमङ्गेन बुद्धिं बुद्ध्या बबन्धतुः एकं पदमस्ति अत्र कपोतौ स्नेहगुणितहृदयौ गृहधर्मिणौ दृष्टिं दृष्ट्या अङ्गम् अङ्गेन बुद्धिं बुद्ध्या बबन्धतुः अत्र कपोतौ कपोत इत्युक्ते कपोतद्वयं कपोतः तथा कपोती कपोतः तथा कपोती उभावपि कपोतौ इति कपोत इति पुल्लिङ्गे अस्ति अत्र पुल्लिङ्गे यथा रामौ पुल्लिङ्गे द्विवचनम् अस्ति तथापि एकः पुमान् कपोतः एकः तु स्त्री कपोति so this again you can think of this as a ekashesha
Parvati Parameshwara.
Parvati Parameshwara, there are both are there, like Mata Pitarau. Or even all the Janah, Jano, Janaha, Balakah, Balako, Balakaha, all the Dvachana, even the Balakau, they can be considered Ekashesha Vritti. There could be actually Balakaha, Balakaha. Instead of saying that, we are saying Balakau. And then Ekashesha means only one pada remains, one representation remains to represent multiple things. And then Balakau, when there is a Ekah Balakaha, तथा एका बालिका अस्ति तत्रापि बालकौ इत्येव तत्र निर्दिश्यते एकेन पदेन एव इति कारणात् कपोतौ इति एकशेषवृत्तिः कपोतौ स्नेहगुणितहृदयौ स्नेहगुणितहृदयौ तयोः हृदयौ कथमास्ताम्?
They were tied up with a rope.
No, like Sneha Gunita. Rope of what?
No.
Sneha.
With the love, friendship.
With love, with affection to each other. स्नेह गुणित means वृद्धि अधिक अत्यधिक स्नेहः आसीत् तयोर्मध्ये they are affectionate to each other. Then गृहधर्मिणौ गृहस्थधर्मं
पालितवन्तः
no द्विवचने
पालितवन्तौ
गृहधर्मं पालयतः स्म. Then गृहस्थधर्मं गृहस्थधर्मे किं भवति गृहस्थधर्मे इस् नाट् लैक् अ गृहस्थाश्रमः गृहस्थधर्मे इति गृहे they were like homely people used to stay home, affectionate, caress each other, love each other. And drishtim drishtya angam angena buddhim buddhya babandhatuhu पुनः लिट्लकारे द्विवचनमस्ति babandhatu bandhanam कृतवन्तौ. So they were tied in this स्नेहेन प्रथमं तु तयोर्मध्ये स्नेहः आसीत् अनन्तरं दृष्टिं दृष्ट्या so they were looking into each other staring means drishtim they were loving each other angam angena body with the body caressing each other petting each other then buddhim buddhya तयोः मनः अपि एकवृत्तिः एकमतमासीत् तयोर्मध्ये they were not quarreling bickering buddhim buddhya bhavandatuh they were together. एष एव गृहस्थधर्मः is defined here. दृष्टिं दृष्ट्या कथम् उत्तमगृहस्थधर्मः कथं भवेत् इति दृष्टिं दृष्ट्या अङ्गम् अङ्गेन बुद्धिं बुद्ध्या इम्पार्टेण्ट् बुद्धिः तयोर्मध्ये एकमतं भवेत्. So they should have same अनुकूल भवेत्.
Ideal couple.
Ideal. Any question here?
No.
No.
Lovebirds. शय्यासनाटनस्थानवार्ता क्रीडाशनादिकं मिथुनीभूय विश्रब्धौ चेरतुर्वनराजिषु. Shayya, so actually this whole thing is one word, but what are the sub words in this samastapadam? Shayya anantaram asana atana sthana then varta
क्रीडा आसनादिकम्
ashana adikam ityadi karmani. So what karmani? Shayya means
Sleep.
shayanam, going to bed, sleep. What is the other word for sleep? Shayanam.
Nidra.
Nidra. Shayanam. Asanam means sitting.
Sit together.
Asana means sitting together. Then atanam.
Walking. Going.
Roaming around, wandering. Etastata gamanam. Anataram sthanam. Sthanam means ekasmin sthane tatra sthanam. That means living in one place, so stopping in one place. Sthanam. Shayanam, asanam, atanam, sthanam, तथा वार्तादिकं वार्तालापं भाषणं परस्परसम्भाषणं अनन्तरं क्रीडा
playing
spending time together.
अशनं खादनं भक्षणम् आदिकम् इत्यादि कर्माणि मिथुनीभूय विश्रब्धौ चेरतुः वनराजिषु मिथुनीभूय मिथुनम् इत्युक्ते सर्वदा
मिलित्वा दम्पतिरूपेण
मिलित्वा विश्रब्ध actually this should be vishrabdha means
विश्राम करोतु
no
भयं विना भीति विना भयं विना
भयं विना means what परस्परं तयोर्मध्ये परस्परं विश्वासः आसीत्
trusting each other,
trusting each other without carefree like that. So they were without any
without any doubt each other.
Doubting each other. Vishwastau. Cherataho vanarajishu. Vanaraji means vanasamuha. Vanaraji asit. Vanarajishu. Teshu. Vaneshu. Cheratahu.
To move around.
Charati iti charati charatah charanti charanam kurvatasma. So they were just wandering happily. Everything they were doing together. यं वाञ्छति सा राजन् तर्पयन्त्यनुकम्पिता तं तं समनयत् कामं कृच्छ्रेणाप्यजितेन्द्रियः यं वाञ्छति सा राजन् तर्पयन्ति अनुकम्पिता तं समनयत् कामं कृच्छ्रेण अपि अजितेन्द्रियः यं वाञ्छति सा इति एकः भागः
whatever they want,
He wished.
not they सा इत्युक्ते सा कपोति भार्या सा भार्या यं वाञ्छति हे राजन् इति सम्बोधनं who is telling who is rajan atra सम्बोधनं
यदु महाराज
कः सम्बोधनं करोति
not yogi, what's his name?
Avadhuta. इदानीम् अवधूतः कथां कथयति यदुं प्रति हे यदो हे राजन् हे यदुराज सा भार्या यं वाञ्छति यम् इत्युक्ते यत् वस्तु
सा इच्छति
यत् सा इच्छति वाञ्छति इच्छां करोति वाञ्छति डिमाण्ड्स् रैट् वाञ्छति सा राजन् अनुकम्पिता सा अनुकम्पिता मीन्स् अनुकम्पः मीन्स्
prema, I mean with
like you can say empathy,
love,
anukampa, daya.
passion, daya.
So anukampita means anukampita is the karmani asti. Kena anukampita asti?
तस्य
Kapota.
husband. I mean,
कपोतेन अनुकंपिता सा भार्या means कपोतेन दयिता भार्या means प्रीतिपात्रा सा. She is loving for that kapota. So whatever she demanded, tarpayanti. Tarpayanti iti kriyapadam asti. Tarpayanti.
कपोतः तर्पयन्ति.
please,
तृप्तिं
repeat.
तर्पयन्ति इति क्रियापदं नास्ति. किमस्ति? तर्पयन्ति सा.
ओके.
तर्पयन्ति यथा भवन्ति गच्छन्ति इति सत्रन्तपदं स्त्रीलिङ्गे. तर्पयन्ति सा. तर्पणं कुर्वती सा. तर्पणं मीन्स् सन्तोषं सन्तोषं जनयति सा.
ओके.
सन्तोषं कं प्रति सन्तोषं जनयति? कपोतस्य प्रति. कपोतं प्रति. कपोतः तां कपोतीं दृष्ट्वा सन्तुष्टः भवति. Because she was loving their lovebirds, so she was always pleasing that kapota by whatever dance or whatever or sweet talk. Tarpayanti. तादृशी सा कपोती आसीत्. इदानीं किं करोति स्म एषः कपोतः? So this kind of bharya is there, then obviously he is going to become ajitendriyah. Ajitendriyah. Jitendriyah na ajitendriyah. So sah jitendriyah nasit.
Uncontrolled in Indriya. Uncontrolled in India. Indriyas.
Indriya. Sope kapotah hrishtah tushtah santushtah bhavati sma. Tam कपोतिं दृष्ट्वा तस्याः तर्पण विषये सा यत्किञ्चित् करोति स्म तादृशं विलासं दृष्ट्वा तस्याः भाषणं श्रुत्वा सः अजितेन्द्रियः इत्युक्ते तस्याः वशे आसीत्. सः यं यं वाच्यते सा किं किम् इच्छति सा तत्सर्वं तं तत् वस्तु समनयत् कामं कृच्छ्रेण अपि. समनयत् इति क्रियापदं सम अनयत्. he brought समनयत्. कामम् इति अस्ति. कामं मीन्स् fully, completely. कामम् इत्युक्ते अभीष्टम् इति कम्प्लीट्. तं कामम् अभीष्टम् इच्छां कृच्छ्रेण समनयत्. कृच्छ्रेण
It was difficult. Krishtam
कृच्छ्र मीन्स् कष्टेन. कष्टं भवति इति. कृच्छ्रम् इति कष्टं. कृच्छ्र मीन्स् कष्टं सुलभं नास्ति. कृच्छ्रेण बहु परिश्रमेण. कृच्छ्रेण इत्युक्ते बहु परिश्रमेण सः जितेन्द्रियः. बिकास् सः तस्याः कपोत्याः भार्यायाः वशवर्ती आसीत्. सः कपोतः सा किमपि सा तर्पयन्ति स्म. प्रीतिपात्रा इति किमपि सा इच्छति तत्सर्वं सः बहु परिश्रमेण समनयत् तस्य अत्र आनयति स्म, तस्य प्रापयति स्म। सर्वं कामं तस्याः सर्वाम् इच्छां सः पूरयति स्म इति। So they were living together, those birds. इति अद्यतनवर्गस्य समाप्तिः। नमस्कारः।
नमस्कारः।
नमस्कारः
नमस्कारः महोदय। नमस्कारः।
नमस्कारः महोदय।